Hey yo, it's your girl Kashawn Kipigo. Welcome back to my channel. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, channel, skip these buttons, turn on that post notifications so that you get notified. It's a time to pretty post, child. Yeah, that's my fault. Thanks, guys. It's pretty, but that's a whole nother story. Speaking of stories, let's go ahead and get into the story time. Okay, so this is part 2 of the time I was almost on Love Island. Okay, so now we have made it to being at the hotel, right? And we have gone over, taking the photos and everything like that. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch part 1. Links down in the description. Okay, so now, sorry. So now we are getting ready for the producers meeting, okay? So, I watched a few episodes and whatnot. I watched season 1, which wasn't in America, because this was going to, by the way, this is going to be the first ever season in the US. Every other Love Island before had been out of the country. So this particular time, it was going to be it was going to be US contestants, but we were going to go to Fiji. And y'all know I love an island. Y'all know I love an island, child. Okay, so we go in and we're in a room before we actually go to the room with the producers. And in the room that we're in, you could have like different options of drinks or whatever, just to kind of like loosen up and have like a little like vibe. So I know me, I love some wine. So I went for the white wine and I was like, oh, okay. I took a few sips. And then I saw that there was Patron, and I was like, hold up, I want your Patron. They were like, okay, well, you already had a sip of the wine. I was like, you're right. But I was down to put the wine down and go for Patron, because what you don't know is I love me some Patron, okay? So I get ready to go in or whatever. I'm like, oh, I remember I wore this like really tight form-fitting dress or whatever, like, shut everything off. And I had my hair, I did end up having my hair down. I want to say it was like a little bob, because the ponytail was just, I was like, fresh out. It was making my head look like a little peanut head. So I did have it down or whatever. And I go in, I had a little like flip over, and there's like literally you're sitting here and there's like maybe 15 people, male, female, white, black. Like, I think it was just white and black. I don't know. Actually, I think there may have been an Asian person too. It was diverse. So, they're all just sitting here and literally all eyes on you, and there's a camera. And there's a person sitting, there's a chair with a little like tablet, and it's just like, it's like, okay. So they start, like asking all these questions, and they want you to go over like different situations with your exes. Because I didn't know at the time fully, because I didn't get through all the episodes, was they were going to bring an ex onto the show. So at the time, I had just gone through a breakup with this guy from out of the country, and he was an R&B singer. So I was very touched by him. And pretty much the producers, in a nice way, were like, we don't give a fuck about him. They literally were like, we don't want to hear about him. We want to hear about the first man, which is my first love, which is the guy who's, from Pasadena, this, da. And I was thinking in my head, okay, like, we can talk about him, but I want to talk about this other man. That's what I was thinking in my head, and I was just like, all right, whatever. So, I talked about it, this and that, blah, blah, blah. They were like, okay, pretty much like we'll let you know what's going on. I was like, okay, cool. And then what I did forget to say is, before we actually did that, we had to go into a room, and there was 3 other girls that were with me, and we had to take a test. Literally, it was a booklet, a page, a booklet. I want to say maybe it was like a cognitive test or something. I'm not really sure. Or like a temperament test, I think it was. So you sit there, you answer all these questions, like about like what you would do and blah, blah, blah. And honestly, I feel like my answers were too calm. Like, I can be a little crunk and this and that, blah, 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 but I feel like, the way I answer stuff, I was like, I'm not trying to go on here. I have a brand. I'm not trying to go on here and be crazy. I have a brand to think about. This and that, blah, blah, blah. Like, it would be great exposure, but like, I'm not trying to go in here, da, 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 da. And that, when you watch the show, they really wanted that. They wanted the da, 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 da. And I just wasn't, my answers weren't that. My answers, even though that could be my personality in real life, my answers were just like really calm, because I was like, I'm gonna go in here calm, because I don't want a bad name. I don't want a bad situation attached to my brand. You know what I mean? And plus, anytime I've been it's me having to defend myself, or me having to defend like a friend and family member I care about. I don't just go out here looking for issues. Like, if I've ever been really rowdy, it's been a real reason. So my answers weren't going to be rowdy, because like, I don't be out here in the streets just rowdy for no reason. You know what I mean? So I guess I wasn't rowdy enough, y'all, because I never heard back from them. And then I saw that they had reached out, like there was they were going to do another casting again. So I had reached out to the casting director, who I really, 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 really vibed with. Really vibed with. Hey Sage, what's up, girl? I really vibed with her. So I reached out. She's like, like, hey, I'm not on it anymore, but like, if you're interested, you should. And I didn't. Why I didn't? But here's why. The ex that I was talking about, the guy from out of the country, at that point in time, me and him had like reconnected, And I was like, damn, would I be fucked up being in like a new relationship auditioning for a love show? Ah, I didn't do it and I should have, because me and him broke up. The nigga cheated. I really should have been on the show. But I did get a little petty online and was like, I asked y'all, should I do it? And y'all were like, yeah, I didn't listen to y'all. I should have listened to y'all. Reminder, I was listening to my Cookie Monster crew. Fuck that man. I should have listened to my Cookie Monster crew, okay? So yeah, I really should have, and I didn't. And it was great. It was really great. I actually watched it. It was amazing. And, you know, it would have been great for me. It would have been great for the brand. It would have been great, just like an experience. Like, only thing is, when you went, you had to make sure that like I think you were going to be gone for like 2 months, 3 months. You had to make sure that all your bills would be taken care of while you're away at that time. And I was just like, yo, 3 months of making sure your bills are paid. I lived in my sister's at the time. I was like, I can't ask them to cover 3 months of my rent. So eventually I had to figure out a way to cover the rent and the Wi-Fi and all the stuff on my own. That's a whole other story. You can go find out, or just go through the damn channel. Go through the channel and something titled Miami. I didn't get into the story. But yeah, I was just like, dang, I don't know, because like, you know, I am a social media influencer, so I make a lot of my posting, like my money from like posting on social media. And you couldn't post at the time, you weren't allowed to have your phone, so I was just going to be like silent pretty much for like 3 months. And I was just like, ooh, you know, I don't know how I would make the money to take care of the stuff, and I can't ask my family to take care of my phone bill, even though I wouldn't have had, you know, needed it, you know, to take care of like my bills, like get you guys added to y'all's fitness programs, like all that stuff. It was a lot of stuff, you know. Now we got the app. Go check out the Bible Cookie app. It's down in the link below, where you automatically get subscribed into it, so I don't have to worry about adding you guys in that sense, unless you get a program on BibleCookie.com. But yeah, so I was just like, you know what, that was a lot to think about, but it was really like, it seemed really cool. And now here's the thing, I've also almost made it on another love reality show. Do y'all want that story time too? Let me know down below, and I got you.